Good evening, guys. Happy Friday. I'm Lance Long. This is my first annual podcast. I'm very excited about this. I hope a lot of you take a lot of this information and do something with it. It's going to be fun. This is episode 1 of 1,000,000, so bear with me. We're gonna get better as we go. I'm very excited. This whole podcast is going to be about college basketball for Saturday, February 2nd. We're going to go through the Big Sheet. It's called the Double L Big Sheet Podcast. We're going to go through it. We're going to figure everything out together. I'm going to give you guys some advice, some pointers, the whole nine. I don't want this to run very long, so I'm going to get right to it, okay? I'm going to be looking down a lot of my paper to kind of give you guys a sense of what I'm thinking and what the vibe is and all that stuff. So let's do this. I'm super fucking stoked. I want all you guys to subscribe and like and comment and share it to all your friends. I think we're going to have a lot of fun. I'm going to have a lot of guests on this podcast on a daily basis. Most of it's going to be me, but we're going to try to, incorporate some other people's feedback and stuff as well. So this is going to be very, very cool. So one of the coolest things I've ever done. I'm super excited. And let's just get to it. Tomorrow, there's a lot of basketball games, college. We're in full swing. March Madness is 46 days away. So we got a lot to look at and a lot to study. I just want to give you guys some ideas of what is going to be happening out there, on a daily basis. First game on my list here. Now, if you go to a sports book, if you're in Vegas, I live in Vegas, native of West Virginia, live in Vegas now. If you have a list, your list will go accordingly. So get your pens and papers out, write down these trends, these stats, everything you need to know, and we're going to fucking make some fucking money, hopefully. I'm not going to give you guys any picks. I'm just going to give you the plays and kind of let you know what is what. So that's a 2-minute intro, which is way too long, so I'm going to cut myself off right now and just get right to it. Our first game is North Carolina at Louisville. North Carolina is 16-4. Louisville 16-5. Louisville beat the brakes off of North Carolina in Chapel Hill in the first game. So it's a revenge game for North Carolina. Okay? North Carolina's spotting a little 1.5. I have them on my notes, my stats. I got them as a 2-point dog. Everyone's taken them so far. I think it's good value to get Louisville with the points. They got a really good team. They're well coached. They're athletic. They can hang with the heels. They're on fire. Both teams are on fire. It's going to be a great game. Just be careful with this, but Louisville could definitely beat North Carolina. So, if you see value in that plus money, then go get it. All right, we're 3 minutes in, so we got to keep this train rolling because I want this to be like 10 to 15 minutes max. Our second game is Oklahoma at West Virginia. Like I said before, I'm a native of West Virginia, and we fucking suck at basketball. We are the worst team in the Big 12. We have not won a game in a long time. We beat Kansas once. That's it. We're 1-7 in the Big 12. We're trash. Worst team we've had since I was probably 15. I'm 29 now. We fucking suck. We're very bad. However, Oklahoma's kind of like, they're not so good either. They're coming into Morgantown. It is freezing on the East Coast. Everybody knows out there about that polar vortex and everything. We are going to beat Oklahoma. Somehow, some way. I don't know how, but we're going to pull it off. I got West Virginia getting 3 right now. I think it's worth a shot, and this is unbiased because we fucking suck. Like, I do not feel confident putting money on my team whatsoever, but I think tomorrow might be a good day. Saturday, it's cold as fuck. Oklahoma's coming over. We're good at home. I mean, supposedly, right? Fuck it. Unload. Good luck, Next game's Indiana at Michigan State. I'll tell you this about these two teams. Indiana fucking sucks. Romeo Langford, Indiana State Player of the Year, 4th all-time in high school scoring in Indiana. Buzzsaw game. Going into Michigan State, they are fantastic at home. They're a tier 2 team for me in this league in D1. They got a squad. They're well coached. They're laying 15. 15. Michigan State, Indiana, 15. Be careful. If you take Indiana getting 15, you're going to sweat it out. I got the total at 142.5. That could be something to think about too. I mean, if Indiana can keep up, But Michigan State is just way better. They're, like I said, they're a tier 2 team. I only got 3 tier 1s: Gonzaga, Duke, Virginia. Michigan State's right there. They're almost there. So they got a great team. They can score. They can do everything. Oh, hi, Lee. That's my dog. She's drinking water. So gotta love her for sure. Seton Hall, Butler, no feels. I mean, this is a toss-up game. I'm looking at, Vegas got this spot on. Point spread, total, everything. I don't trust either team. I think they're both trash. I don't think either of them make the NCAA tournament. I stay off this game completely. Just skip over that. St. John's and Duke. This is like the craziest shit I've seen in a long time. I got 8.5 point differential on the spread and 6.5 differential on the total. I mean, I got 50-50 and 62% on the over. Toss up. Either way you go. If you bet over under Duke, St. John's, I would just kind of stay away. I have no input at all. Ohio State, Rutgers. This could get interesting. Rutgers is absolutely terrible at basketball, and they're terrible on the road. At home, they're decent. They've beaten some teams, but now they're going to Ohio State. Ohio State lost to Michigan earlier in the week, and Ohio State's probably an NCAA tournament team, so they need every win they can get. They're definitely going to win. I'm looking at the line at 9.5. They might blow them the fuck out, to be honest. Rutgers is fucking trash. I'm 29 years old, and I could probably suit up for Rutgers as a walk-on and drop at least like 5 or 6. Maybe. I mean, that's just me. I think Rutgers fucking is trash. I would go Ohio State all day long. That's just me. Don't go bet that, but I'm saying everything that I look at is leaning that way, okay? Because I'm not seeing an abundance of bets on Ohio State, which I like. We move on. Memphis USF, South Florida. No feelings. Neither of them are going to the NCAA tournament. I have nothing at all whatsoever. So good luck with that. South Carolina, Georgia. This should be fun. They're both 10-10. South Carolina's came a long way since NCC plays started. Georgia at home, though, they've been dropping buckets. Everyone's on South Carolina. Look at Georgia's team. They're they're both okay. But Georgia being at home, I give them the edge and everything. So that's me. Iowa State, Texas, no feelings. No clue. Shaka Smart, great coach for Texas. They got Kerwin Roach, who is very good. However, it's tough to bet them in a spot. They're getting 7.5. It's like right on par. I have nothing. That's another game where over, under, or spread, good fucking luck. Tulsa catching 3 at Wichita State. Wichita State leads the NCAA in turnovers. I'm going to say that again. Wichita State leads the NCAA in turnovers. They turn the ball over more than any team in the country. They're at home. They're laying 3. They should be like a pick-em, -1, something like that. Tulsa's been playing some very inspiring basketball lately. They've been beating teams. They've been hanging in there. I'll take them getting a 3 just, off rip. Do some more research on that game, though, because it could be some value on that 3, like I said. Nebraska, Illinois. Illinois is fucking trash. Okay? They suck. Nebraska, not so good on the road, but I don't care. Illinois sucks. Okay? Nebraska has better players, a better team. I'm seeing people betting Illinois right now, which I have no idea why, because they are actually, I can tell you, they are 6-15. That's terrible. So, catch Nebraska, maybe laying a few. Maybe go money line on that, just so you don't have to lay no wood on the road. Providence, DePaul. For some reason, Providence is definitely better than DePaul, and DePaul's laying a point, and for some reason, everyone's betting them. And DePaul, I mean, they haven't made an NCAA tourney since 2002. I mean, they're not very good. Providence is well coached, a little bit of a better team. I think you get value there, catching them, getting some points. Mississippi State, Ole Miss. The Egg Bowl of college basketball. Can't wait, right? It's going to be great. Ole Miss plays no defense. Okay, Mississippi State plays defense. That's the factor. You look at their teams, records are pretty similar, 14-6 and 15-5 respectively. I mean, you got Ole Miss not even laying 3 at home. And Mississippi State might be the way to go. I would take a look at that. Right now, I mean, people are betting Ole Miss, which I have no idea why, because they don't play a lick of fucking defense. We're moving on. We're halfway through, and I'm at 10 minutes, so I need to wrap this shit the fuck up within the next 5 minutes, so you guys can kind of watch this, get all the input you need, and move on with your lives. I want to make this fast. This is a podcast where you want to listen to it in the car or something like that. That's my goal here, so I'm trying to really, really fucking get really quick here. So next game, I got a couple of unders to look at here. Kentucky, Florida. Kentucky's laying a lot. They're on fire. Florida plays good D at home. Over-under's way lower than what it should be. And everyone's betting the over. It's kind of weird. It's public perception, right? 129, I'm going to bet the over because it's so low. But Kentucky, young freshman, that's my squad. Not so good on the road. Florida, great at home. Plays defense. This is a defensive game for sure, 100%. UCLA, Washington, another game. I think I like the under, 144.5. Washington plays that D. UCLA just fired their coach. They've been kind of like up and down all year. Washington's the most solid team in the Pac-12, in my opinion. Probably wins the Pac-12 and gets to the NCAA tournament. They probably lose first round, but because the Pac-12 is fucking so weak this year. But kind of leaning that under. I think it's a defensive battle. I don't think UCLA scores a lot in that building. That's where I'm looking at there. Arkansas, LSU, over. My God, are they going to drop buckets? LSU's won 6 games in a row. LSU is 17-3. They're playing at home against Arkansas. Arkansas scores and plays no defense. All they do is run and gun. LSU's going to score. Probably give up some buckets too. I mean, look at this. 153.5. Over. Kansas State, Oklahoma State, another over game I like. K-State does play the best defense in the Pac, or the Big 10, Big 12, I mean. They're on the road. Oklahoma State's at home. I think for them both to score. 129 ain't shit. They probably score in the 60s somewhere. I think it's easy over. I mean, that's an easy game. Pitt. Eat shit, Pitt, but I do like Pitt playing Syracuse. Syracuse on the road, undervalued. Boeheim's better in that dome than he is on the road. They did beat Duke on the road, which, why the fuck would they be 2.5 at Pitt? Pitt has a young team. They're actually pretty good. I've watched them play a few times this year. I think you're getting good value with Pitt getting the points. TCU, Baylor, toss-up game. TCU with the points is probably safe. They are the better team. Records are similar. TCU's a little bit better. I know their point guard is out for the year, but Jamie Dixon, former Pitt head coach, leading those guys, are a little bit better. Take a look at TCU. Look into that. They have a very balanced team. They've hung in there with a lot of people. They're an NCAA tournament team. I can't say the same about Baylor. So if you're giving me the NCAA tournament team against a team that's not going to make the tournament, I'll take TCU all day long. Okay, Tennessee Texas A&M. I'm sorry. Tennessee's a bunch of grown men, and they're going to D the fuck up. A&M is not that good. I can't lay that many points on the road. 11.5. Can't do it. The under looks solid, though. 149. It's a lot of points. Like I said, Tennessee, some grown men. They can D up. They're a tier 2 team for me as well. They ball. They are some grown-ass men on that team. A&M's trash. I don't know if A&M scores 60, to be honest. So look into that, especially if people are betting the over. Okay? I'm looking at Auburn, Alabama. Why the fuck's Auburn -9 against Alabama? They got literally almost the same record. Auburn's 14-6. Alabama's 13-7. Everyone's on Bama getting the points. Who the fuck wouldn't be? But I'll tell you what, Auburn's tough in that building. Bruce Pearl got those guys going. And they got a couple of really good guards who can just flat light it up. So look into that game potentially. If it's getting a little fishy, if everyone's taking that 9, fucking go to Auburn, man. They're going to blow them the fuck out potentially. Alabama's good at home, not so good on the road. Auburn's definitely the better team, so look out for that, okay? I got Vandy, Missouri. I got the under. 135.5. Both teams, they kind of suck. But then that gives them the ability to score on each other. But I don't know. They're both playing that slow down tempo, and they're both trash. So look into the under in that game, 135.5. I think the first team to 65 wins that game. 2 more games here, New Mexico and Fresno State. For some reason, New Mexico, who is just god-awful on the road, and Fresno State, who's great at home, everyone's taking New Mexico Fresno State's laying 9.5. I like them to blow them the fuck out by about 20. Fresno State, 75-55. So along those lines. It's going to be brutal in that game. That's an easy winner. Last game of the day I'm looking at is Loyola Chicago, Illinois State. For some reason, at this point, everyone's taking Illinois State. If that's the same thing tomorrow, go bet your fucking mortgage on Loyola Chicago. Only if the public is betting them. Download an app called Sports Insights. You can see where all the bets are going. And if the majority's on Illinois Chicago, I'm sorry, not Illinois Chicago, Illinois State, go fucking get Loyola Chicago. Okay? That's easy. And that's it, guys. We're at 15 minutes, 30 seconds here. I wanted to do this quick. It's my first episode. I want everybody to critique what I'm doing. I had fun with it. You know, we're going to have a lot more fun as time goes on. I'm going to have guests. I'm going to get used to this. It's kind of my first gig here. I was a major in broadcasting, so this is something that's really important to me. I would love everybody's feedback. I'm going to blast this on all social media outlets. I'm going to send you the link via text as well to everybody that's on my contact list and everything. I really want to know what I could do better, critique my performance and stuff. I'm doing this for fun, guys. This is fun for me. I do it every day, and you know, there's more episodes to come. Obviously, we just did Saturday, so we're going to probably touch base Sunday morning. Might just be me. It might be me and a guest. I don't know, but you know, I'm really having fun with this, and I hope you guys like this and share it and subscribe and tell everybody about it, because it's fun, and I'm, you know, whatever I can do better, I'm willing to get better as time goes on. So we're at 16 minutes 40 seconds. This thing's probably going to wrap up at 17 minutes or so. Thank you guys, and you know, like the shit out of this, share it, everything. God bless.